In this lesson, we'll cover customizing the user interface. The ribbon is the main part of our user interface. And the ribbon contains tabs, and those tabs are in a specific order. Let's say you don't like the order of the tabs. Can you rearrange those? The answer is yes. To do that, hold the Control key, then move over to the tab that you want to move, in this example, structure, hold the left mouse button down, and then simply drag to where you want to drop the tab, release the mouse button, and release Control. And you've moved that tab to a new position. Now the tabs contain panels. The panels are in a specific order. And you can do the same thing with the panels. However, you don't have to hold the Control key. Simply just hold the left mouse button down on the name of a panel and drag it to its new location. You can also pull the panels off the ribbon and float them. Simply hold the left mouse button down on the panel name, drag it out to your screen, and release it. It's floating. And you can do this to several panels, and if you move the panels together, they'll actually bind to themselves. Kind of like docking, but they're still floating. Now, to get the panels back on the ribbon, just reverse the process. Drag the panel back to the ribbon and release it. Drag the other panel back to the ribbon and release it. And then you can rearrange them back to the order you wanted, or your own custom arrangement, whatever you choose. Now, another area you could look at for the ribbon is how do you want it to display? Meaning, do you want to see all the icons, the panel names, and the tabs? Or do you want more screen real estate? So maybe I want to hide it. Well, all the way to the right, after the last tab modifier, 2 arrows. The drop-down arrow all the way to the right gives you 3 options to look at. Let's look at the first one, minimize the tabs. When you click on that, basically the panels and icons are hidden. You just see the tabs. When you click on a tab, it will actually temporarily display the panels and the icons for that tab. As soon as you click away from it, they collapse again. The second option down is minimize to panel titles. This will show the tabs and the title heading of each panel for that tab. So I'm looking at the Structure tab, and these are the actual panel titles for the Structure tab. And as you mouse over each, it displays the icons or functions for each panel. Third option down is minimize to panel buttons. Now this is really the same as the panel titles, except you're showing a button instead of just text. So I have the same thing, the panels, but it's showing an icon or a button in this scenario. Now the other arrow, the one to the left, will actually show everything back to its full position, meaning everything is maximized. Now another area you can customize is all the way in the upper left. It's actually the quick launch bar. This is the open, the save, undo, redo icons. All the way to the right of those icons is a drop-down, and this is where you can turn these on or off just by check marking them. If you want to change the order, click Customize Quick Access Toolbar, and here you can change the order just by simply moving them up or down. You can also add divider lines in between your groups. And then when you've rearranged this, just click OK. Now another area that you may want to customize or move is the Properties area in the project browser. Again, these could be moved, they could float. You could drag it to a different part of your screen, or I could drag it back and dock it into position. Or if you, let's say, accidentally close it, how do you get it back? Now, to get anything back that you turn off, go to the View tab on the ribbon. All the way to the right is the User Interface dropdown. Here, you can turn things on or off. For example, I turned off the Properties box. Here, I can turn it back on just by clicking Properties, and that is now turned back on. And then I could drag it to the left and redock it back into position, or change the layout if I want a different position for my layout. Maybe I like it on the right. So I can drag it over here to the right or the different parts of your screen, depending on where you want to position it within your Revit project. So in this lesson, we looked at customizing the user interface. We started out talking about the ribbon, how to rearrange tabs on the ribbon, how to rearrange panels on the ribbon, how to even pull panels off the ribbon and float them. We also talked about collapsing the ribbon so you don't see it in its fully expanded state to give you more screen real estate. We looked at customizing the quick launch bar in the upper left. We also looked at moving the properties and project browser panels from the left to the right, and also if you accidentally close them, how do you get those back?